Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel and to episode 23 of the Mondays Don't Suck series. Now, firstly, I want to say welcome back. Like I said, I went a little bit AWOL last week. I got a video out on Friday. But yeah, this is like the time when I get to talk to you a bit more one-on-one about what's going on rather than just a random subject of the day. With that said, exciting news. I didn't really get to touch on it too much last week. It was a bit of a side note. We passed 100 subscribers on the channel. Right now, at the time of recording this, we're at 108, which is great. Thank you so much if you're subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hopefully, I can provide you some sort of value in return. And also, last week was, for all intents and purposes, a pretty chilled one. I was in Berlin from Monday until Wednesday night, back in the office properly on Thursday. It was great. I did do a little bit of work whilst I was out there, but it was also, I got to enjoy Berlin, see the sights. I mentioned this in the last video. If you are in any way interested in what I saw, my Instagram is down below. I did take a few pictures, and yeah, it was great. It was a nice way to get a change of scenery and also to think about the business in, what's the best word? I moved away, I guess. Not rather than being here in it, I was away from it and thinking a little bit more freely. I definitely recommend it if you haven't tried it already. Sometimes just a change of scenery can really help answer a few unknown questions in your mind. What else happened last week? We had a catch up with John, as always, and Richard. In fact, I'll tell you something really cool in a minute. About what we've been up to in the background and how we've basically launched a business in 3 weeks, from nothing, from an idea to actually having a website up and running that people can visit and hopefully get some value from. What else happened? And this was, you may have just heard this pinging. I'm still getting to grips with it, but we have a new device. Oh my god, it's all kicking off. We have the newish Google Pixel. This is my first ever Android phone, and I'll be honest, I was gonna do an unboxing video and then thought, why the hell would I? The phone came out 3-4 months ago. Every man and his dog who are much more qualified than me have already done unboxing videos of the Pixel. Unbox Therapy hopefully have done it. I'm sure Marcus Brownlee's done it. Go and check those guys out if you're in any way interested. They'll smash it much better than I would. I'll stick to what I do best, which is ranting about e-commerce and entrepreneurial things. But yeah, going back to being honest, on the night I got it and got it all set up, I was a bit like, I'm not going to like this. It's weird. Everything's in a different place and looks funny. I don't know how to do things. But it's slowly growing on me. I'm trying to give it some time. The camera on it is amazing. And also this fingerprint scanner is so good. It literally, you barely have to touch it and it opens the phone. If I lock it, I literally, ready, tap, opens. It's very good. It's very good from usability. It feels good quality. It's a nice size. So if you remember back the video up here, I was doing the whole Apple versus Google Pixel thing. I've opted for the Pixel for now. I guess I'll probably do a follow-up video. I'll do a proper dedicated video to my thoughts on it for me as a business owner. Probably in a couple of weeks, once I've got once I've been using it and seeing how it works. The cameras blow me away, and the fact it's Google and a lot of my work is touched by Google. I think we're going to get on well once I figure out where everything is. I've been on Apple for like 9 years, so this is new territory for me, and I'm a little bit unsure, but so far so good. Or so far not so bad, I will say. I'm not exact. It's it's a bit frustrating not knowing exactly how things work straight away. But anyway, so that was last week. On to this week. John is coming to Manchester on Wednesday. We're on a full day meeting again, thinking about strategizing, marketing, putting some things into action. Tuesday I'm out with John and Justin. On Monday I'm out with John and Justin. Today I'm out with John and Justin. Damn, I would totally lose track. Where's my calendar? That would perhaps help me figure out what on earth is going on this week. There it is. I know it's a busy one. Yes, I'm out on Monday and then out on Wednesday. All in Manchester, I hasten to add. I'm not travelling far. And then Friday, St. Patrick's Day, and I'm having a catch-up with some friends who I've not got together for a long time. So I'm really looking forward to that. An excuse to go and have some male bonding time, I guess, on Friday. Really looking forward to Friday. And yeah, that's pretty much the week. Now, after the break away in Berlin, it was a case of I felt like I needed to chill out. And hopefully, as you can tell, I feel I'm a lot more animated and a lot more energetic than perhaps I was last week. I feel like, yeah, I feel great. I feel like I'm really ready to attack business head on once again. It's amazing, like I said, what just a couple of days away can do for the mindset. So with that said, the main business is ticking over in the background. Lots of things are going on there. Software products are still being discussed, and hopefully some movement is going to be made on them this week. But also, interestingly, is I launched, also myself, Matt, and Richard, who you will have met in, again, I'll put the link up here, in this interview here we did with Richard. We have launched a website together because we realised that there was a need for an e-commerce news site specifically dedicated to the multi-channels such as eBay and Amazon, but for the US audience. Here in the UK there's TameBay, and TameBay do a fantastic job. In fact, I saw Chris when I was down in London, who is the editor at TameBay. Chris is a fantastic guy, and he's been running TameBay for, I think, over 10 years. But TameBay is for a UK audience. Now, what we've tried to do is create something similar to TameBay, basically an e-commerce news site, but tailor it for the American audience. Richard, obviously being American, is the perfect person for this. Richard is a fantastic e-commerce seller. He's been around the arena for years of e-commerce, especially multi-channel e-commerce. And myself and Matt also have an audience. We have an audience of people, of sellers in America, who we figured would want or enjoy somewhere where they can find out all the latest and greatest news regarding e-commerce, eBay, Amazon, PayPal, Newegg, Amazon Prime, Google Home, deliveries, and basically anything, Walmart, anything that touches e-commerce. We wanted to get a new site set up specifically for that, and that's exactly what we've done. And this was that first meeting that we had with John Hayes, which I believe was 3 weeks ago this week, or is it 4 weeks this week? It might be 4 weeks this week. This site has been live for a few days, so I'm calling 3 weeks from nothing to a something. And right now it's a site. The site is up and running. You can go and visit it. It is esellercafe.com. The link is down here in the middle. It's here. It's in the middle here. And go and check it out. The link will also be down below to make it nice and easy for you to just click a button. And yeah, this is where, especially if you're an American seller, you're going to find all the latest news about everything that's going on in e-commerce, which could affect you and your business. Or even if you're a .co.uk and European and Australian seller, there will be something there for you too, because, like I said, generally what happens in .com or in America also happens around the world eventually. America just tends to get it hit first. So that's it. That is eSeller Cafe. And that's an idea which it took 3 weeks from literally nothing to having the logo, to having the site up and running, to having all the content which is on there right now. I don't be like too braggy, but I think that's quite impressive to go from nothing to something in 3 weeks. And in an upcoming video, I will tell you exactly how we did it and the processes that we put in place to make that happen, to move very quickly, literally from an idea to a business up and running to something useful and valuable to people within 3 weeks. And the key to it is what's on the board behind me. It's keep moving forward. And that is the key for everything in business. It's no matter what happens, like last week I may have been a little bit exhausted, feeling a little bit down, but you have to keep moving forward. Yeah, I stepped away from a couple of days, but that has allowed me to keep moving forward, to keep progressing forward. And no matter what challenges may come up in your way, ultimately how you deal with them is what sets you apart from everyone else. Are you an entrepreneur or are you an employee? Entrepreneurs don't see obstacles, they see opportunities, and that's exactly what we saw. How are we going to get in touch with the American audience? They don't have a news website or somewhere where we can communicate with them. We'll just go make one. That's, you see, that was the obstacle, and there's the opportunity. It's the same thing. You just have to rewire your mind a little bit differently, and exciting things can happen. With that said, I hope that's given you a little bit of stuff to think about on this Monday morning. Remember, it's not Mondays that suck, it is whatever you are choosing to do with your Mondays, which sucks. With that said, I hope you go and smash this week, smash Monday. As always, click the like button if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe if you are new. I try and post new content every single weekday when I'm in the country. And with that said, I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching.